Hi guys, my name's Rebecca Jacques and today we're going to be doing a really cool dual textured look on my lovely model Janice using the Atmos 2 Atom. So firstly guys, we're going to be prepping the hair using the Schwarzkopf Definer, which is just going to give the hair a little bit more definition and longevity. The top tip for using products is work the product from root to tips, and that way you get even distribution throughout. I'm now going to be using the serum, and this will just give the hair a little bit more moisture. So next guys, we're going to be sectioning the hair, and what we're going to do is take a horseshoe section along the parietal ridge, and we're going to work from around mid to higher recession, section all of the sides and backwards, and the top towards the face. So it's really important as well to get your sectioning spot on. This way it really preps you for your blow dry and styling. So you want to see where the hair naturally wants to part, and with Janice's hair we're going to work, as I said, around that recession area, and then we're simply going to take a section all the way back and separate the top from the sides. So during this step guys, it's really important to step away from your work, and that way you can really see from a distance what you need to alter and change. So now guys, I'm just simply going to pop some flat clips in, and that's just going to really isolate the top from the sides. Okay, so the next step, we're going to use the Atmos 2 Atom with the 6mm nozzle. I'm going to pop it on like so, and we're just going to dry using the wrap dry technique, the back and the sides straight. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Denman wrap dry brush, and this is going to give us a little bit more tension. We're going to use a high speed but a medium heat. This way we're going to be able to get super close to the scalp, but we're going to be able to get a 20% faster drying time. So a great thing about this hairdryer guys, when you're working close to the scalp, is it's actually on a slight angle, so you don't ever compromise the hair or the scalp too much. Pop Janice's head forward, and that just opens up the space to work when you're working with the hairdryer. Same with the other side, we're going to just slightly pop the model's head over, and that just opens up our space to work in a better shape. So guys, through this area in the back, we're actually going to use the rounded edge on the Denman, and that is just simply going to create a really nice flip towards the edge of the hair. Okay, so next guys, we're going to wet down the top again, and what we're going to do is work in Janice's natural curl. Using the comb, we're going to wrap the hair around the comb, and that's just going to encourage a real nice definition. Using the water spray and the wide tee for the comb, just gently brush through to distribute the water. So next, we're going to just wet the top back down, and we're going to start to work in a little bit more of a natural curly texture, ready and prepped for the deep bold diffuser. Now all I've done through the top, allow this to sit naturally around the crown and the apex area, whereas at the front of Janice's hair, where it's longer, we're going to simply use the comb to create a really nice tight definition of the curl. So through this area, we're going to place the comb in on the finer side of the teeth, and we're simply going to twist away from the face. And we're just looking for the curls to sit naturally and organically. We're not looking for any type of method or structure, and that just makes the hair sit a little bit more naturally. So through this front area, we're working the right side away from the face and the left side away from the face, and that way you get a little bit of a better placement when it's working through this front area. So simply pop the comb in on the finer side of the teeth and then twist away from the face. And just allow the curl using the pads of your fingers to just sit where it naturally wants to fall. Using the pads of your fingers again, just work through lifting up that crown and apex area, and all that'll do is encourage something a little bit of a softer look and feel. If you take a step back away from your work, you're going to actually see a little bit easier where you need to work in a little bit more of the curl. So now we're going to be using the Deep Bowl diffuser, and it's exactly like the other features, magnetic. So we just clip that on, and what we're going to do is work through with a medium heat but a low speed. And it's great because the hairdryer is super quiet, so it's a relaxing experience for the client and the model, and also yourself. So I've got some top tips when working with the diffuser, and what you want to really aim to do is get the roots dry first, and that way you really eliminate the frizz from the ends. And if you can help it, you want to really have minimal movement in the diffuser. So when you come into the end of the look, what we're going to do is pop on the 8mm nozzle, like so, and we're actually going to just disperse some of the curls. Using the cool shot, it's going to really separate the look out, but also set it at the same time. So just hold that button down on the lowest speed, and all you're going to do is just work through the curls that you've popped in and blow dry away from the face, where we worked in that really cool straighter look earlier on. The great thing about setting hair and using a wider nozzle is you get a greater airflow around the whole head circumference, and it just really breaks up the shape that you've popped in earlier on. And there's no real method when you're doing this, you just want to make sure that you're trying to get to the root area, and that way you get naturally a lot more lift. If you wanted something to be even more voluminous and bigger, what I'd do is work your hands through the hair as well. So just using the pads of your fingers, you would just literally break up each curl as you go. But on Yanis's hair today, we're actually going to be going slightly flatter through the apex area and just breaking up the curls towards the fringe. Another great tip when you get to the front is use your hands as a tool as well as the nozzle. So if you just place your hand where you want the hair to flick upwards and place the cool shot underneath, that'll encourage that little bit more of a flick towards the edges. Really cool technique to use on straight hair as well. So to finish this look off, what we're going to do is use the cool air shot, but we're also going to be distributing some product throughout the hair as well. It's just going to add a little bit more shine and a little bit more product and finish to the look. You almost want to keep the product around 30 centimetres away from the head and just almost create like an S pattern when you go through the hair, and that way you get the best distribution. Okay, so we're going to start to just really work that product in through the sides and the back as well, and it's just going to lift the root area up and get this product all through this back area. One of my top tips as well when using the wider nozzle is still have a little bit of method to the madness, so don't just randomly blow dry. You're aiming for the shape that you created when you were doing the styling. So I'm going to work through this front panel first, and then we're going to work into the back, but we're going to angle downwards towards the nape area, and that just simply allows the hair through here around the occipital bone to lie flatter. So just to talk a little bit about this haircut as well, it's really lovely to keep this shape and this length through the back, and if you actually take this temple area a little bit shorter, you start to get that sort of mullet style and feel to it. And because Yanis's hair has got this really cool natural wavy texture, you can accentuate the top, and if you cut it in a specific way, you can actually wear this look forwards and backwards, and it can still look really cool. So we actually did prep and cut Yanis's hair today a little bit, and we've just tied it up and tapered in this area through here. And then we kept and maintained a little bit more length towards the nape area. And through this area we worked in a beautiful graduation, and as you can see it creates a really nice jewel texture. Thanks for watching guys, this was my jewel texture on short hair using the Atmos 2 Atom.